I'm joined by Jan-Willem Jeucken from Yardi and Angie Abbis from RSM. For those that don't know, just a brief introduction. Angie, let's start with you, and then Jan-Willem, over to you.
Hi, I'm Angie Abbis from RSM. I am a director here at the Data and Digital Services team responsible for real estate technology. I have 16 years of real estate experience working both on the property and fund administration side.
My name is Jan-Willem Jeucken. I'm an associate director at Yardi in Europe, and we are a global real estate technology platform supporting property, asset, and investment management across the entire life cycle of real estate.
Thanks both for joining us. I'm seeing increasing collaboration across the industry from different partners, and interesting to see now that there's a collaboration that's been running in the US for some time between Yardi and RSM and is now going to be coming to Europe. So interested to understand a little bit more about that partnership.
RSM is a global firm. We focus on bringing deep audit, tax, advisory, and consulting services and expertise to middle market businesses with a particularly strong presence in real estate, private equity, and financial services. The partnership between RSM and Yardi really developed organically. We were working with mutual clients and some clients that were not even on Yardi yet. And those clients are typically real estate fund managers, investment groups, property owners who were either implementing Yardi or already had Yardi or were thinking of implementing a system like Yardi, but also needed accounting and advisory, property accounting, fund administration services, whether it was on the property, investment, fund levels. They needed support and assistance in terms of what their organizational goals were, operating models, strategy, and we were able to work with Yardi hand in hand and really developing and building these solutions for our clients.
Great. And Willem, obviously, interesting to see that partnership has evolved now and is beginning to look towards Europe as well to see if that model can be repeated here in Europe. What are you seeing, I suppose, for the value add in terms of from your side, but also specifically for the clients?
Well, I think it's very helpful that RSM is having a team that deeply understands real estate, the finance side, the compliancy side, the structuring side of it. And they just ensure that our technology is fully implemented in a way that supports strategic objective of our joint clients, of course, and not just the operational process. And for RSM, obviously, access to Yardi's end-to-end platform enables them to deliver tangible digital transformation results for their clients. They work with quite a bit of global clients that are originally from the US, but they're also investing a lot in Europe. So therefore, the partnership between RSM will evolve more into a global partnership than just a stateside partnership.
And interesting that you mentioned there about increasing activity from US, North American capital, particularly looking at Europe. And it'd be interesting just to pick up, I suppose, on the types of clients that you're expecting to be interested in this or that you're already working with.
We primarily serve real estate investment managers, private equity real estate funds, open-end and closed-ended fund structures, institutional asset managers, and family offices with substantial property portfolios. So essentially the full umbrella of real estate businesses out there. And many of these organizations operate and manage increasingly complex capital structures. And that complexity is exactly where our joint expertise adds the most value. We're able to work with clients that on the technology side and implementing Yardi technology, whether it's on the property or fund. And then we're also able to support clients on their property accounting and their fund administration services too as well. So there's many clients that we work with in terms of Yardi strategy and operating model design, optimization assessments and transformation, module selection and fit gap advisory, and even implementation services, like I mentioned.
And of course, Jan-Willem, RSM is also a client of Yardi. So that gives quite an interesting insight in terms of how this can be used both for client side as well. So it'd be interesting to see, I suppose, from your perspective, how do you see this in terms of RSM and Yardi working together going forward, particularly for the European clients?
The global clients that RSM already has, and potentially they are already on Yardi or whether they're not on Yardi just yet, if these clients are looking to allocate their capital in Europe, the lines are short. So Angie and I can just jump on a call and we can discuss what's going on in Europe, how we can help them roll out in Europe for their clients and so on. So I think that the short lines between the two organizations make it more beneficial for the clients eventually, of course.
On a more kind of general perspective, there's a lot of discussion about digitization, artificial intelligence, and a real wave of that driving, particularly also from the US into Europe, and you're seeing that already beginning to happen in the real estate space for certain. It'd be interesting just to get your analysis from different sides of the picture, I suppose, on how you see that driving moving forward. How much of an implementation is it going to be for real estate companies here?
I think that really depends on how far the companies are with their data strategy at the moment. Because if you still have data in different silos, different systems, and there's no layer to combine all of that data, it is quite hard to leverage AI technology on these things. So I think a lot of real estate organizations are still struggling to make sure that they have all of their data definitions in order and that they have the right data on the right platform to actually start utilizing these new cool AI features that are available in the market.
And Angie, you're probably seeing this happening slightly ahead of us here in Europe from your US perspective.
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to real estate clients, they're always looking for automation, but it's really data cleanup, making sure that your data is accurate, making sure that your source system or your source systems, whether it's coming from the property manager or your own internal systems, has the correct data so that you can provide accurate NAV calculations, investor reporting, improved data analytics capabilities. There's just really so much, but there are some initiatives that we are working with Yardi hand in hand, such as Yardi Virtuoso, which is a AI component where we are able to provide more AI capabilities to real estate clients on the platform.
Really interesting to catch up, and I'll look forward to seeing how the partnership develops in Europe. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too.